the father of a Russian opposition activist, has told the BBC he believes the sudden, severe illness of his son is suspicious. Vladimir Kara-Murza, a dual Russian and British citizen, collapsed in Moscow last Tuesday. The 33-year-old was in a coma for almost a week and has been diagnosed with acute kidney failure. He has now regained consciousness but still has difficulty communicating. Tests to determine what caused his mysterious illness are continuing. He was perfectly healthy before, he'd had no chronic illnesses, the activist's father, also Vladimir, says. It's clear he's been poisoned. But by what or who, we don't know. Vladimir Kara-Murza was a close friend of Kremlin critic Boris Nemtsov, who was shot dead in Moscow in February. Nuclear explosion. The chief doctor at the Moscow hospital treating Mr Kara-Murza told the BBC that tests revealed traces of an antidepressant. He speculated that the citalopram, which the activist was taking, may have accumulated in his body if he had a prior, undetected kidney problem. It may also have reacted with an antihistamine Mr Kara-Murza used for hay fever. His family are skeptical. It was just a nasal spray, his father points out, unconvinced that a few drops could have triggered the nuclear explosion in his son's kidneys. Other doctors also say his symptoms are not typical of a citalopram overdose. It is not the usual picture, whether an overdose is deliberate or inadvertent, believes Aaron Siegel. Called in by family friends, the Israeli doctor examined the activist shortly after he was rushed to hospital. It could be a severe infection or maybe some other toxin we are not aware of, Dr. Siegel told the BBC. But there is no evidence of the cause. After living abroad for some years, Vladimir Kara-Murza now works for the opposition organization Open Russia run by oligarch in exile Mikhail Khodorkovsky. His most recent Facebook post is an effort for an Open Russia film alleging serious human rights abuses and corruption in Chechnya. His father says he was chief organizer of the project, but never mentioned receiving any threats. 1 in a million chance. While the picture of symptoms in such a young man is unusual, Dr. Siegel stresses that it is not necessarily suspicious.